How you doing, everyone? Travel Max here. Well, it clearly doesn't look like I'm travelling. It clearly looks like I'm in a 5-star hotel, which I am. Reached pretty much the end of my holiday now, and so this is the highlights for this part. On the move now. Next stop, Hikaduwa. Very exciting. I feel like you're travelling when you hang out the door. There is no door. Might have all noticed my festive hat. That's because it's New Year's Eve. I'm in a hotel where I choose to be in a nice hotel for New Year's Eve if I can, and I got compulsory dinner. Compulsory because you get no choice. It's included in the bill for New Year's Eve, and it's $50. Have you ever wondered what a cheesy disco, a cheesy New Year's Eve looks like here in Sri Lanka? Well, they put on dancers, and the dancers look like this. After a quick uniform change, the Bangalore girls are back. Worse than ever. And that's New Year's Eve done in the hotel. I can't handle it anymore. I'm off to the beach. So I've come down to Galle for the day. Galle is in not the Obelix and Asterix school, which I love and like. Galle in Sri Lanka. It's one of the Dutch towns, this one. It's got a massive fort in it, which I'm now in currently. And inside the fort is a very colonial feel. It's gone all the Sri Lankan little shops and tits and tats. It's very together, very nice and tidy. Part of England / Dutchland, or Denmark. Got a big lighthouse there. See, just by looking, there's just colonial buildings everywhere. I didn't realise until I got here that I've actually been here before. I came here 8 years ago with my father to watch the cricket, which was on, I think it was Boxing Day, which was lovely. No cricket today, but it was a bit of a surprise when I walked out of the train station to find the cricket ground, which I then recognised as being the one I've already sat at and got rained on, and which I think England lost to Sri Lanka on the one-day series. But it's great to come back. It's definitely worth coming to Galle. Galle itself is actually pretty uninteresting. It's another big city which looks like every other big city, but when you come to the fort in Galle, it's like you just step foot into somewhere in the Mediterranean. It's very colonialistic. Obviously it was built by the Dutch and the British, but it really feels like you're stepping foot in somewhere like the old town of Cyprus, a port town, and it's actually really lovely. If you were away for a long time and you got homesick, this might actually make you feel a little bit homesick. Not me, because I don't get homesick. I get sick of home, not homesick. Yes. All the roads are well maintained. All the shops are for tourists. It's a lovely place. This is the Group Club, otherwise known as the Dutch Reformed Church here in Galle. Built in 1755, and actually it's the oldest Protestant church is still in use in the whole of Sri Lanka. It's been modernised a couple of times, even though you can't really tell from looking at it. It's nice. It's not amazing. I'm a big fan of seeing the architecture in churches, and this one, the architecture on the outside is better than the architecture on the inside. Apparently it's had a checkered history where when the Dutch originally built it, the British then added stained glass windows and changed a few of the altars around. And then the High Tea Society, I can't remember, the Tea Trading Company, whatever they're called, they made some changes, and it got modernised again in 2004 with a refurbishment grant and got reopened. It's an UNESCO Heritage World Site. Don't know if that means you should see it or not, but I guess while you're in the fort, it's one thing to tick off the list as, you know, you're in a secluded area, so you might as well try and see all these things. It's also been quite amusing. Just coming out of the church, a load of Chinese are going into the church from a university, and they all have their health and safety warning jackets on so they don't get lost here in Sri Lanka. But I'm actually quite surprised the Chinese would even be allowed to go into a church, being that they repress all forms of religion. So the fact that the university's taken them into them, I would have thought it's probably against their rules. I have to look this one up because I'm massively surprised, and they're all looking around this church as it's this amazing, wondrous building. Yeah, bizarre. when you come to Sri Lanka, what you'll find actually is the fruit markets actually sell pretty much all the produce you find in England. Tomatoes, carrots, onions, all the cold weather produce. And this is because up in the hills in Kandy, the weather, the climate up there is such that they can grow a lot of the vegetables that we eat at home. It's one of the few places you can actually get British vegetables, so to say, all year round here, because the climate is steady all year round, so they can grow good vegetables all year round. So they're quite lucky people, and it's actually quite nice to get some home fresh, some veg you actually recognise from home. Trying to find veg you get recognised at home to eat in the restaurants is another thing. I have no idea where they put all this veg that they have, because I can't find any of it to eat anywhere. I'm just living off rice and okra at the moment, and it's all I can seem to find everywhere. In the UK, I find it completely impossible to get a bus. I mean, completely impossible. And a train. I get them going the wrong way most of the time, wrong destination, going completely the wrong place. Yeah, I come abroad, where it's a foreign language, foreign writing, and I manage to get the right bus pretty much every time. I don't know if it's because I take more care or I try and do a bit more research, but this one I literally just jumped on it. Hikaduwa, and they took me. In general out here, the arts and crafts are absolutely terrible. The woodwork is not that good, and you know you get the paintings in a lot of places which you can buy. Man with boobs? I'm not sure. But fisherman with thong on. It's just not the type of stuff you want to buy, really. I'd be amazed if they actually sell one photo, one painting, let alone two. After 2 weeks on the road, I quite like to treat myself after staying in small hotels, small lodges, not the best type of places. And because I don't always backpack, I'm a bit of a flash packer. I mix it up between hotels and backpackers and hostels and lodges and all sorts. Today I've checked myself into this place. Nice 5-star hotel where I can spend my last evening and last day eating expensive food, but probably enjoying myself because the bed's super comfy, the service is super great. This is a Kingsbury hotel, and other than the view, it's alright. And the pool is lovely. It's a lovely pool, and it's got an infinity pool in it. The most daftest is, I mean, this is the infinity pool, and you think, oh, it's lovely. I love a good infinity pool. And when you get to the edge, it's just an infinity pool to nowhere. I mean, it's onto a main road. I was expecting to be on the top floor of the building, but no. And there's a building site over there, so all I can hear is cranes and diggers. So even though I'm in a 5-star resort, nothing quite goes to plan. It never does. It wouldn't be a holiday if everything went to plan. My train was delayed getting here, but that's not such a problem. I'm here now, so now I can have a couple of beers. In fact, probably quite a lot of beers. My budget that I've saved by not getting tuk-tuks and walking everywhere, getting 2nd and 3rd class trains, staying in cheap ass places, I now get to blow the budget and just go all out for my last night, which is lovely. So my big question today is, do I have the steak sandwich or the lobster? It's a tough one. I might have steak sandwich for lunch and I might have lobster for dinner. Just because that's the way you roll when you're in a nice hotel. Just throw caution to the wind. I'll be back in England for the whole of January and most of February, so I might as well at least savour the moment while I can, because once I get back there, it's only about 3 degrees at the moment, so I'll soak up the sun, soak up the lifestyle, and pretend I'm someone I'm not, just for one more day. That's it for me for this video, and probably this trip. So cheers, Happy New Year, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!